Hello there, my name is Anna Lundberg. I am the founder of One Step Outside, author of Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5 and host of the Reimagining Success podcast. Now, we've been looking at some very concrete ways in which you can set up your business to make it work for you and specifically to give you the freedom, the flexibility and fulfillment that you want from your life and from your business. However, for all the strategies and tactics I can give you, you may still fail for one very important thing, and that important thing is your mindset. Now, what is your mindset? It's really just a set of beliefs that you've inherited from your parents, teachers, society that you've grown up in, that you've developed over time, over your past experiences. And these beliefs will shape the way in which you look at the world, they'll shape the way in which you act. And the bad news is that these may create blind spots for you, and they may prevent you from achieving what you think you're working really hard to achieve, and yet these subconscious beliefs are actually holding you back. The good news, however, is that you can actually change these beliefs and change your mindset. So that's what I want to do today. Look at 3 powerful ways in which you can actually shift your mindset to set yourself up for bigger success in your business and in your life more generally. And the first one, of course, is to challenge those very beliefs that you're basing your worldview on, your life philosophy, if you want. And in fact, before challenging those beliefs, you need to work out what those beliefs are. So since we're talking about your business here, I'd recommend that you grab a pen and paper, sit down, set yourself a timer, and just brain dump absolutely everything you can think of that you believe when it comes to your business. And it could be positive, negative, neutral, but some of them might be, oh, I'm not an entrepreneurial person, or this will never work because, or you have to work really, really hard and hustle for years before your business will take off. Most businesses fail, etc., etc. Those are some negative ones. You may have some positive as well, but just jot all those down. So first of all, identify what the beliefs are. Then what I'd recommend you do is go through each of them and ask yourself a few questions. So, does this belief serve me? It may well be that this was a useful belief in the past when you had a particular, disappointment or pain that you're protecting yourself from, but it may not be serving you now with your new goals. So does it serve me? And number 2, if it doesn't, what would be a more constructive belief that would support me in my current goals? And then number 3, what's the evidence I can find to validate this new belief? And I think you'll be surprised as soon as you open your eyes to how much evidence you will find to this new, more positive belief. So number 1, challenge your limiting beliefs. Number 2 is adopt a growth mindset. Now, Carol Dweck coined this expression, the idea of mindset actually as a whole, I think is credited to her back in 2004, I believe. And she talks about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. And I love this. So I think, in my experience, the fixed mindset is what we're conditioned to have thanks to our education system. You are a smart student, you're not a smart student. You are an A student, you're not an A student. You're good at maths, you're not good at maths, whatever it is. And this is what we're taught. And with that fixed mindset, it means we're born with a certain sense of intelligence and talent, and there's nothing we can do about it, which also means on the other side, if we fail, it's because we're just not good enough, so give up and go back to doing something that people tell us we are good at. On the other hand, the growth mindset means that yes, that's a basis. We're born with certain talents and abilities, but that is the base that we can absolutely develop and grow based on training, experience, those 10,000 hours maybe to master something. And this is a much more empowering mindset. First of all, I think it's true, but apart from that, it's something that's so much more helpful. It really puts you in control of your destiny. It means that you can see failures and success in a totally different way. And I hope you can see how much more powerful that growth mindset is versus the fixed mindset. And then the third and final way is to stop making excuses. Now, I cannot tell you how many times I've heard, and I'm sure you've heard this before, you tell yourself this too, I can't do this because of whatever reason. I can't afford to, or yes, I am going to do that, but not until I have XYZ. And to be honest, these are not reasons, as you may tell yourself. They're really based on the beliefs that we've already covered, those limiting beliefs of what's possible and what's not. And ultimately, they're really rooted in the fear that you have, getting out of your comfort zone, committing to that big goal and actually taking action. The irony is if you start taking action, you will very quickly create momentum, you'll gain more confidence, and before you know it, you will have created that very thing that you thought was impossible. So those are the 3 powerful ways in which you can shift your mindset. Number 1, challenge your limiting beliefs. Number 2, adopt a growth mindset. And number 3, stop making those excuses. Or, by the way, the alternative is give up on your dream, accept that you're happy in your comfort zone and forget all about it, which is a perfectly fine route to take. However, I'd recommend that you avoid being stuck in that place where you want to be here, but you're not doing anything about it. So if you do want to be here, do something about it, take action, take that one step that I'm always talking about. So of course this is deep work, it's very important work, it's going to take time, but again you may be surprised as to how quickly you'll see results if you try to adopt a few of these changes that I've mentioned today. So hopefully this has given you some thought starters, things you can start working on. If you'd like to talk to me about your mindset, maybe start challenging some of those limiting beliefs, see how you could adopt that growth mindset and see how I can help you to move forwards, then I'd love to chat with you. As ever, you can book a free consultation call at onestepoutside.com/free consultation. That's onestepoutside.com/free consultation. And you can apply for a call with me there. We'll chat together for 30 minutes and look at those beliefs that you might have, how we can begin to unravel those and reframe things for you, and then look again at how I can support you moving forwards. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you back here next week. Bye for now.